So good morning. We are going to walk through SmartPlans, and SmartPlans at their core are basically an automated touch system for you and your database. So um, that way you can kind of set up these SmartPlans to stay in contact with your database, and you're not having to remember to email hundreds of people once a month or whatever. They're similar to campaigns, but a little bit different. Campaigns are going to be something that's a little bit more intentional, something that you're going to set up kind of more on a one-to-one basis, whereas a smart plan is going to be something you can sign someone up for and just let it be, and you go about your business and go about your time. As we're going through the training this morning, please interrupt me with any questions that you have. You unmute yourself, ask in the chat box, and I'll periodically stop to see if you guys have any questions. So to get started with SmartPlans, I'm going to click into the SmartPlans applet, which is the fourth icon down on the left. SmartPlans, if you roll your mouse over the icon, it says SmartPlans. And this is going to be the SmartPlans home screen. Now you'll notice right here at the top it says SmartPlans, then it says My SmartPlans and Library. My SmartPlans are going to be the SmartPlans that I have access to that I can actually use. The library is going to be the library full of every single SmartPlan that KW has put together, all of the top rated ones, all of the featured ones that other agents have made that you can actually use. Here's this little bar letting me know that my Twilio account has been suspended because I got a new debit card, so I'm just going to X that. And then below here we have this chart, and it shows people plans, and it shows one, and it shows my monthly neighborhood nurture. And these are all this single smart plan is the smart plan that I have in my personal database that I can use for my contacts. To the right of that is we have published, and I don't have, well, I guess I have this one published. As an agent, you are able to publish a smart plan. So if you go through and you create this amazing smart plan and you're like, you know what, I think other agents could really benefit from this, you can publish it and other agents can search for it and use it themselves. So I'm clicking back into my people plans. I want to walk through the how to find different smart plans and the KW written smart plans. There are a lot of them, so I just really want to focus on the KW ones because that's a great place to get started. And then we're also going to walk through how to create your own smart plan. So we'll do all that. So to start searching for a smart plan, I'm going to come up here to where it says library. I'm going to click on library. And this is going to pull up a screen that it's broken up into different sections. So the top one is featured. And these are going to be the smart plans that are featured that a lot of people are using at the moment that are going to be more seasonally relevant that you may want to take a look at. Scrolling down, we have the Keller Williams smart plans, and there are 10 smart plans. And you can scroll through this list here or click see all. And we're going to go through these in just a moment. Below that, we have our top rated. So this is going to be based on the smart plan with the highest number, the most number of high rated star ratings for their smart plans. So you can see new to Keller Williams, new license. This is the top rated one. This may be something excellent for you both to use. Well, I guess, Shimon, you've been with KW for a while now. So, but Barbara, this would be something that you could use to let your database know, hey, I'm new with Keller Williams, and here's a great smart plan. And then scrolling down, we have what's new. So these are going to be the smart plans that have just been published within the last day or so. You can always come here, check these out to see what's new, to see if there's anything that you would want to add to your database. What's new is going to be really important when you're thinking about holidays, especially like 4th of July coming up, and then Labor Day, and those holidays. As we get closer, more agents are going to put together smart plans and share those that you'd be able to add to your command. So there are a lot of smart plans here. How do we find the smart plan that's going to be best for you? Well, there are a handful of different options of how you can search and filter through all of these smart plans. The simplest way, in the top right-hand corner, you can view the category, and that's going to select either featured, most used, top rated, or newest. So that's one way that you can kind of sort through all of your smart plans. The next is you can search by name. So let's say you want to put together a Facebook follow-up smart plan, or you want to search for a Facebook follow-up smart plan. You can just come here and type in Facebook. And here are 309 Facebook smart plans. So you can see new Facebook lead follow-up, Facebook paid ad lead follow-up, and all these different lead follow-ups. And I can just go through here and look to see the one that I like the best. This one has 934 agents using it. This one has 1,800 agents using it. So you can go through and figure out which one might be best for you. In addition to searching for keywords, we have filters. So if you want to click on the filter button, this will allow you to filter by the length of the smart plan. So if you want something that's 3 months, 3 to 6 months, up to 9 months, or to a year, you can select that duration here. If there's a specific author that you're interested in searching, let's say if it's maybe Nick Baldwin or Marty Miller, those are two really popular regional tech directors that have written a handful of great smart plans that you may want to look up. We also have the number of touches. So if you know that you need to have 12 touches from a smart plan, in addition to all the other activities that you're doing, you can come here and you could search for 12 touches. So that is another way. Agents using it. So if you want to make sure that you're using a smart plan that is being heavily utilized by other agents, so you know it's going to work, you can search here by, I want at least 282 people to be using this smart plan. And then lastly, we're able to filter by rating. So if you want to look for 5 stars or 4 stars or more, you can do that. And then click filter results. And it's going to show you all the smart plans here that have a 4-star or better rating. So that is how you can go through. Let me filter results. So that's how you can go through and you can start searching for smart plans. Now, when you are going through and you have a list, actually, let me search Facebook again. And you're searching and you have 309 results and you're like, how do I know which smart plan I want to use? Which one is going to be the right fit for me? Well, you don't need to go through and add each smart plan. So then to go through it and see if the content matches what you're looking for. What you can do is in this tile card, you can click on view steps, and that's going to have a pop-up, and it's going to show you that we're going to send a text message. And then the text message pops up right here and says, hey, contact first name, I saw you were interested in the listing on my Facebook. Would you be interested in receiving more information? That's going to be the text message, 3-day delay, and then it's going to send an email, automated or manual. So this one doesn't have it in there. But more often than not, the actual email content is in there. So I'm going to click cancel here. Let's view steps on this one. So we have our send our text message. This is Aloha. Obviously, this is for Hawaii. 1-day delay. Here's the sample email. So it's going to show me what this automatic email that is going to send. A delay. Then it's going to remind me to make a phone call when I log into Command that morning. 2-day delay, then send this follow-up text, another 2-day delay, send another text, another delay, text message, delay, and then an email. So that's how you can go through and make sure that the content of the smart plans aligns with what it is that you're looking for. Now, if you're going through here and you're like, you know what, I like this smart plan, but it's not great. It's kind of like this, it has a Hawaii theme with Aloha. I don't live in Hawaii, we live in Atlanta. You can still add that smart plan and edit the smart plan and edit the contents of that smart plan to make it personalized to yourself. So that way you don't have to build the smart plan from the ground up. You can just take something that already exists and mold it into exactly what you want and works for your business. Since there are so many smart plans, it may feel overwhelming to get started. That's at least how I felt. So I would recommend a great place to get started with smart plans if you want to start adding them to your business would be with the Keller Williams written smart plans. So if you come to the library, you can scroll down here to Keller Williams. And I'm going to click See All. And there are only 10 smart plans that Keller Williams had written, but I think they're going to be 10 of the most effective and probably best to get you into using smart plans for your business. So we're going to talk through these very quickly and how you'd be able to implement these. So the first is going to be the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. So we have the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture here, and then down here, we also have the monthly neighborhood nurture. I want to point these out because it's the same content. It's just the bi-weekly goes out every other week, and then the monthly neighborhood nurture goes out once a month. And these are going to be emails that provide updates based on the neighborhood that is assigned to that contact in Command. So in Command, when you type in someone's mailing address or their home address, Command will then link with Nextdoor, and it overlays those Nextdoor neighborhoods on that address, and then we'll assign, okay, if this is in the Brookhaven neighborhood, let's send all of the real estate activity for the last month or so in Brookhaven to this contact. So that's how that works. It's really great. This is going to be the most one-to-one replacement for the historic newsletter. So rather than sending a monthly newsletter with some random content that is not necessarily real estate specific, the biweekly and the monthly neighborhood nurture send real estate specific information that is personalized to that contact. So it's going to be what's going on in that contact's neighborhood, and that's going to show and really position you as the expert, the real estate expert in that market. And you're providing information that they're going to be most interested in, regardless of whether someone's actually looking to buy or sell right away. They want to know if their house, how much equity they've accrued, what their neighbor's house sold for, maybe see some pictures of it. And when you send these biweekly or monthly neighborhood nurtures, that gives them that information, and you're arming your client or your database with information. The next smart plan is our 8x8 new contact engagement. So when you meet someone, whether it's at a party or a baseball game or whatever, and you have a conversation and real estate comes up and you want to add them to an 8x8, and this is what's going to help solidify that relationship with them. And again, position yourself as their go-to real estate expert. So this 8x8 new contact engagement smart plan is a great tool to use. So I'm going to click View Steps so we can talk through those. The first step is going to be send a text message. And here is the text message. Hey, contact first name, contact last name. It's agent first name, last name from team name. We'd love to grab coffee sometime. Let me know what your schedule looks like in the next few days. Now, a few things here I want to point out. If you have Twilio, that is a paid service that you can add on to Command, and that will automatically send text message out on your behalf. So you don't have to do it. If you decide not to use Twilio, you will have to manually send out this text message, which isn't a big deal. Command will set it as a reminder. You also notice in the text message copy, it says, hey, contact first name, contact last name. It's agent first name, agent last name. Where it says contact first name, that is a merge field. And a merge field allows you to create a bulk message. And then when it sends it, the system personalizes it to each individual. So that way I could send this same text message to 100 people at the same time, and they each will receive it, and it would say, hey, Nicholas, hey, Shimon, hey, Barbara. And that way they all think that they're receiving a personalized text message. And it's going to help engagement. You can also use merge fields for emails as well. And we'll talk through that some in a bit. So after that first text message, we wait a week. Then it's going to have a touch task reminder. So send a let's grab coffee email, just a quick email saying, hey, love to grab coffee with you. Wait a week, call that person, wait another week, send a text message. Just wanted to check in. How's your day going? Any real estate needs I can help with? Wait 7 days, add to SmartPlan, and this is going to link them to the monthly neighborhood nurture. Wait 7 days, and then a follow-up call just to check in, see if they have any questions about the monthly neighborhood nurture. Wait 7 days, send a text message asking for their thoughts on the monthly neighborhood nurture. Wait 7 more days, and then send it an about our team email. So saying, hey, this is about the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. This is how we can help you, blah, blah, blah. So this is really great just to help you position yourself as a go-to agent. If you wanted to add this SmartPlan to your SmartPlan library, click Add SmartPlan. I'm going to click Cancel. The next is the quarterly call plan. And this is an excellent SmartPlan to add to help manage your phone calls. There are a lot of different systems and a lot of different recommendations on how to manage your database and who to call when. The quarterly call plan here takes all that guesswork out of it, because some plans are like on, week 1, call your A's and your S's, and then call your B's and your Q's, and then call your C's, so it's like by the, call based on the letter of the alphabet. This quarterly call plan, you can go ahead and set people up, and that way the system will remind you once a quarter, you need to call them. So that way I don't have to guess, do I call the A's this week? I don't have to worry about it. When I log into Command will say, hey, here are the 10 people that you need to call. You called them 90 days ago, and now you need to touch base with them again. I'm going to click View Steps. So you can see step 1, make a phone call. Call so-and-so. And this is just going to be a care call. Hey, haven't heard from you in a while. How's it going? How's your summer? Any holiday plans? I'm in real estate. Let me know how I can help. Wait 90 days, and then repeat unlimited times. And that's where it's going to ask me to make the phone call again. The next is the Midterm Nurture. And this is a general check-in with people that you've recently met that are looking to buy or sell real estate in probably the next 3 to 4 months. So let's say, you're at a party and you're like, oh yeah, I've been thinking about buying, but I kind of wanted to wait a minute. The market's so hot right now, and I want to wait till my job comes back. Like we have to go back into the office this fall. So I was going to wait till then. Well, perfect. Here's a Midterm Nurture that you can help, again, build on that relationship and position yourself as the real estate expert. I'm going to click View Steps here so we can talk through those. The first step is going to be add them to the biweekly neighborhood nurture. Now, the reason we'd want to add them to the biweekly neighborhood nurture versus the monthly neighborhood nurture is that if they're looking to buy or sell in the next 3 to 4 months, they're probably looking at homes pretty regularly, and they're going to want to know what's going on in their current neighborhood or in the neighborhoods they're interested in moving to. So by sending them these these neighborhood updates every other week, you're going to provide them more updated real estate information. We're going to wait 2 weeks. Then it's going to remind us to give them a phone call. We're going to wait 2 more weeks. The system is going to send a text message. Now you'll notice that there are 3 different text messages here. The reason is this SmartPlan repeats itself 2 more times. So in total, the SmartPlan will go through 3 times. Well, since the text messages are sent automatically, by having 3 different text messages already pre-written, the second time the SmartPlan goes through, it's going to send the second text message. And then the third time it goes through, it's going to send the third one. So that way it doesn't repeat the same message over and over again. I'm going to click Cancel here. And then I'm going to go down to the long-term nurture. And this is going to be very similar to the short-term nurture, but rather than 3 to 4 months, this is looking more maybe 6 to 8 months. So similar content, and I'm going to click View Steps, and then you'll notice that the main difference here is going to be that instead of linking to the bi-monthly neighborhood nurture, the system is going to automatically set it up for the monthly neighborhood nurture. So if someone's looking to buy or sell in 6 to 8 months, they're probably not looking at what's going on in the real estate market as often as say someone looking in the next 3 to 4. So here, just sending them the information once a month would probably be best. The next smart plan is the birthday smart plan. And the birthday smart plan and the home anniversary smart plan are two amazing smart plans that I think you should add every single person to in your database. The birthday smart plan isn't just a, oh, I'm going to send you a happy birthday email. This actually reminds you to send someone a card, stop by, and it makes you wish them a happy birthday 3 different times. That's really going to set you apart from every other person that they're friends with on Facebook and every other realtor that they know on Facebook who's only going to give them one single text message or a Facebook post. So to view these steps, I'm going to click View Steps. The first task is going to send a handwritten note, a handwritten birthday card, and this is going to remind us 1 week prior to that birthday. So that way, if I go through and I set everyone's birthdays in Command, and let's say my birthday is on, let's say March 14th is my birthday. On March 7th, it's going to remind you to write me a card saying, happy birthday, Nick. Hope you have a wonderful day. And then put that in the mail to make sure I have enough time to get it within that week. Then it's going to wait 4 days. And then it's going to say, hey, give this person a phone call. I'm still 3 days ahead of their birthday, but I wanted to call and say, hey, Barbara, I saw your birthday's coming up in a few days. I just wanted to call and wish you a happy birthday. I know you're going to be really busy. What are your plans? Have anything fun going on? Whatever. Then you're going to wait a day. Then it's going to remind you to send a social post with happy birthday on it. So it's going to remind me to go on to Facebook and write on Barbara's wall saying, happy birthday, Barbara. I hope you have a wonderful day. Then it's also going to send a text message that says happy birthday. So this person will have received a phone call, a Facebook message, and a text message from me, and a birthday card. Excuse me, that's 4 touches for their one birthday. Who else is going to provide 4 touches celebrating someone's birthday? No one.
Nobody.
So what was that?
I said nobody.
Yeah, nobody. So this is really going to help position you as an expert and someone that really cares. And we know that real estate is a relationship business. And this is going to be a smart plan that can very easily help you build and solidify those relationships. The next is the monthly neighborhood nurture. We talked through that, very similar to bi-monthly. I would recommend that this is the first and foremost smart plan that you add everyone to. It's so simple. It does require that the people that your contacts have an address, or that you've gone through and manually assigned them a neighborhood in Command. If they don't have a neighborhood and an email address, they won't be able to get the monthly neighborhood nurture. The system won't know where they live or what neighborhood to send them information on. And you can add more than one neighborhood. So if, let's say, they live in a really small neighborhood, you could add the ones around them just so they can kind of get an idea of what's going on, maybe like a 1 mile radius around their house and whatnot. The next smart plan is the open house smart plan, the open house follow-up. And I love this smart plan. Open houses are a great way to get leads. It gives you the opportunity to get in front of people that are actually in market, are thinking of buying and selling. That I know agents that have built huge businesses based solely on open houses, but as we all know, fortune is in the follow-up. So making sure that, yeah, you have the open house, you establish that rapport, but then you follow up with them after the open house and you continue to position yourself as that market expert. This smart plan is going to take all the work out of that for you. So I'm going to walk through these steps and we can go through this really quickly. So view steps. The first is going to send a text message. Hey, contact, thank you for coming by. What did you think of the open house? Now, the benefit of this is, let's say you have someone come through the open house. I've already set up my open house follow-up smart plan. So then I can take that feedback card that I received from that person, go ahead and just add them into Command right then, and then add them to the smart plan, and boom, sends off a text message in the next couple minutes. So within 30 minutes of them coming to the open house, they can already be on the smart planning and be receiving text messages. Then it's going to wait a day, and then it's going to send a nice to meet you at the open house email. So this is going to be some email that you have already pre-written. Wait 2 days, give them a phone call, see if they're interested in any upcoming open houses. Wait 3 more days, send another text message. I have a few open houses coming up that I think you'd be interested in. Would you like me to send you a list? Wait 4 days, give them a call to see if they had any questions about any of those open houses or if they're interested. Wait 3 days, send a text message. How are you doing? Just wanted to check in to see if you were available tomorrow. I had a showing appointment canceled, so I have an opening in my schedule. Wait 4 days. Then it's going to send a "Are you still home shopping?" email. Wait 3 days, and then it's going to add them to the long-term nurture. So this takes all the work out of it, so that way you can have your open house on Sunday, and then Sunday evening, you're already sending them a text message. A couple of days later, you're sending them a follow-up email and a phone call, and it's really, again, going to help position you as that expert. Sorry, my client just messaged me. I'm trying to respond. So I would go ahead and set up this open house smart plan before you even have your open house scheduled, and that way everything's good to go. Sorry. All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
On the birthday one, what happened if you don't have the address?
Under which one?
The birthday smart plan, what happened if you don't have the address?
If you don't have their address, then you won't be able to send them a card in the mail. But you would
But
still have 3 other touches for their birthday, which is still pretty impressive.
Okay.
But what I like to do for my database is I use birthdays as how I go through and manage my database. So if I have someone's birthday coming up and I write them a handwritten card, that's when I go in, I double check their address, I look in Realist, I look in White Pages, double check their Facebook, see if there's anything that I'm missing, and I can update their contact card, and it helps make it really easy for me to manage my database and clean it up.
Okay. So Realist, that's where you get the address, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
Realist, yep, is going to be probably the most simple place to get that.
Alrighty.
The next smart plan is going to be our home anniversary smart plan. And this is really great. This will be perfect for any past clients. That way you can keep that relationship alive, and knowing that people buy or sell probably every 5 to 7 years. If you continue to stay in touch with them on their anniversary, if and when they're ready to buy or sell next time, they'll think of you. So I'm going to click View Steps. And this is going to be similar to our birthday one. So it's going to remind us a week out to send a gift or a card for their home anniversary. So again, if we send them a card or a little gift card or something, then it's going to wait 6 days, and then it's going to remind us to call them and say, "Happy anniversary. I can't believe it's already been 2 years since you closed on this home. How's everything going? Anything I can help with? Perfect. I'm so happy to hear that. Please keep me in mind for any family or friends that are thinking of buying or selling." And again, what's really great about this is if you add in their home anniversary date in command, the system will remind you 7 days out from that date. The last KW Smart Plan is the Promote My App. And this is to help get your app in the hands of your database. The KW Consumer app goes head-to-head with Realtor, Zillow, Trulia, and it really is a search-focused app. And it allows your database to go through and find homes, and then you can see all of that information on the back end. So it makes it really helpful so that way and transparent, So you can know what they're up to, and let you know that if, hey, maybe some of their plans changed and they search in different areas, you can stay on top of that. So for this smart plan, it's going to start by sending out an email, send an HTML email. So this is going to be one that's already pre-written, and it has pretty graphics saying, hey, download my app, wait a day. Then it's going to send out a text message, hey, this is Nick with First Atlanta. Download my new KW app and check it out. Wait 3 days, send another text message. Did you know that you can see all the cumulative stats about your neighborhood in my new app? Let me know what you think. And there we go. This one has been updated because it used to be a little bit longer. But it's just a great way, again, to get your app downloaded on your clients' phones, because we know that if they continue to use that app and it's already linked to you, when they're ready to buy or sell, they're going to come to you. Any questions on any of finding a smart plan or any of the KW smart plans that we talked through?
No questions from me. It's just essentially just me just kind of playing around with it, just kind of seeing what works, what doesn't.
Yeah.
I think everything there is just awesome, especially that birthday and the market nurture, the neighborhood nurture. I think that's a great tool. I have never used a smart plan before, so this would be, the first for me.
Yeah, those are great smart plans to start getting used to it. So now what I'd like to do is I want to add a smart plan to my smart plans, and I'll show you how to do that. Then we'll walk through how to edit that smart plan so you can personalize it and make it your own. And then we'll finish up with creating a smart plan from scratch. So I want to add the open house follow-up smart plan because I love this one. And I think this really will benefit you in keeping that relationship with those leads hot. So I'm going to click Add Smart Plan. It's going to let me know that in addition to the monthly neighborhood nurture, I need to add the My Long-Term Nurture Smart Plan. So it's going to ask that I download that as well. So I'm going to click Download. Now I'm going to download the My Open House. So now those smart plans have been added into My Smart Plans library. So I'm going to click My Smart Plans. And then you see here, My Open House Follow-Up. It lets me know I don't have anyone added to this smart plan yet. It lets me know when I added it to my database, the duration of it, and total touches. Now I want to go through and I want to edit the smart plan because I want it to be specific to, thank you for coming to my open house at 1234 Main Street, because I imagine that most people that are going to open houses are probably going to a handful on a single day. So I'm going to click Edit here. Anytime you see this pencil icon in Command, it lets you know that you can edit. So I'm going to click Edit here. If I wanted to, I could rename this. That's okay. And then here we have our text message. And again, it's letting me know my account is suspended because I need to update my card. Hey, contact first name. Thanks for coming by. What did you think of the open house? I'm going to say, thanks for coming by the open house at 1234 Main Street in Woodstock. What did you think of the house? And I'm going to put, thank you, Nicholas Core. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, hey, contact first name. It's Nicholas Core with KW First Atlanta. Thanks for coming by the open house at 1234 Main Street in Woodstock. What did you think of the house? Now, the reason I went through and I added, hey, contact first name, it's Nicholas Core with KW First Atlanta, is that this number, they're not going to have this phone number. Even if they saved my personal cell phone number, this Twilio number is a different number altogether. So by putting in it's Nicholas Core with KW First Atlanta, when they receive this text message, it's going to show up as maybe Nicholas Core. So that way they're like, oh, right, didn't we just meet him a minute ago? And so they'll be a little bit more familiar and more likely to read and engage with the text message. And if you do that the first time, then when you send the subsequent text messages, it will continue to say maybe Nicholas Core on the ID. We'll scroll down, set delay, we'll leave this as is. So here we have our send an email. So this is going to remind you to send an email. If you wanted to, you could actually change this to sending an email if you wanted to. But otherwise you can leave it as is. Set delay, make a call open house lead to see if any upcoming open houses as a part of your open house smart plan follow-up plan. We'll wait 6 days. Then it's going to send out another text message. Hey, I have a few open houses coming up I think you would be interested in. Would you like me to send you a list? Now, because I put, hey, it's Nicholas Core in the first text message, it should still show as it's from me. So it should be good to go there. So I don't really need to make any edits here if I don't want to. Actually, I could put, hey, I have a few open houses coming up that I think you'd be interested in around the Woodstock area. Would you like me to send you a list? Just because the open house that I hosted was in Woodstock, so I imagine that they're probably interested in buying a new home in Woodstock. Scroll down, we'll wait 4 days, and then we will make a phone call. And it's, again, just checking in to see if they're interested in any upcoming open houses. Set a delay of 3 days, send another text message. How are you doing? Just wanted to check in to see if you're available tomorrow at a showing appointment cancel. So I have an opening in my schedule. I could go through here, but it would be great to show you some more houses around Woodstock. Perfect. And then we can scroll down, wait 4 days, and then we will send another text message. Are you still home shopping? And this could just be a templated email. Set delay, and then add to long-term nurture. Now, the idea here is that you can set up your last step of the smart plan to automatically add to another smart plan. So then that way, it can just be a smooth, touchless relationship where it's, all right, I met you at an open house, let's touch on open house. But if you're not looking to buy or sell until maybe next 6-8 months, let me just go ahead and add you to that long-term nurture. So that way I don't have to remember, oh, right, I had an open house 5 weeks ago, which means that open house follow-up plan is ending. So I need to go ahead and add all those people to the long-term nurture. The system can do it for you automatically. From here, you can add contacts to it if you wanted to. You can come up here in the top right-hand corner. You can click the Add Contact button. Let me save it to you. And I could go through and I could add contacts here. I can just type in names. And I can add whoever I want. I also am able to edit the smart plan name. So I may change this to open house 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street. And the reason I changed it to Main Street, so that way I know that in 2 weeks when I host an open house on Maple Avenue, I need to go through and I need to update all of the information in my text messages and emails for Maple Avenue.
You would do that the same way as you would when you had put in Main Street, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay.
You go through the boxes down here and you'd come through and update the text.
Question,
Yes.
do you have to do one for each open house?
So if you go through and you personalize one of these for your open house, then you will have to go through and update it. So that way it's up to date with the current open house that you're hosting.
Mhm.
But if you keep it pretty broad as it is originally written, then no, you do not have to do a new one for every open house.
So the question I have, so this is the Main Street already has like everything set up, right? So
Yep.
they know like each step and each step. If I have another one, then I put in a different address. The people that was getting the Main Street, are they still gonna follow that step?
The people that are getting the Main Street open house follow-up will get the Main Street one, and then whoever you have from your second open house will receive that entirely separate smart plan.
Okay, so it will not bypass, it will not cross over.
Correct. So I'm gonna click save here. And then I'm going to go back to my library or my list of smart plans. And then I have the option here. So this is my open house 1234 Main Street. I can come all the way over here to actions, click these three dots, and then I can copy this. So then I can copy this and I'll update the name to open house, and let's name this 987 Maple Avenue. Click apply. And then I can come to my Maple Avenue smart plan, click, edit, sorry, click on the pencil. And then I would just come here and then update this information. 987 Maple Avenue. And let's say Roswell. What did you think of the house? And it's that simple to go through, and then I would just change the address anywhere else I have it in here. So that's why once you go through and you personalize it, you make all the text messages and emails in your own voice, all you have to do is quickly copy and make some quick edits. Now, it would be really easy for me to go ahead and do this on a Sunday afternoon before I head over to my open house. So that way, once I get there, I'm good to go. And then I can just start adding people to that smart plan.
Okay.
I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to go back.
Okay.
You also have the ability to add people to the smart plan from this page here. So this little add contact icon. It's going to be the same process as if you were actually in the editing of a smart plan. You can search by names here. So if I wanted to go through and I can look up my name. And then we could, look up whatever, all these different people. And that's how I could go through and add contacts.
Okay.
The last thing I want to show you is how to create your own smart plan. This is going to be a great option if you're not finding something that you really like, or it's just you have a you want to write something that's really owned in your own voice. Then I recommend creating your own smart plan. The tools here, it's free, so go through and do it. It's really simple. So to do that, we're going to click on Create in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to click Create. We'll give this a name, so I'm going to name this Training 628. And click Apply. And now it's going to take us into the Smart Plan Editor screen. This is very similar to where we just were a second ago. But rather than having all this information over on the left-hand side, we're going to have to go through and make it. Again, you can edit your name here. Anytime you see the pencil, it lets you know you can edit. At the top here, it's going to keep track of how many days this smart plan, how many steps. So that is going to be everything between touches and work that we have to do in the background, and then the number of touches. So that is going to be the total number of times that this smart plan touches that contact. Over here in the right-hand column, we have all the different types of actions that we can take. So it's a task, call, email, text message, delay, add to smart plan, and restart smart plan. What I want to do is I want to come down to the bottom of this section over here, because here we have our tips and rules. And these are the guidelines for how to create a smart plan. And these rules are set in place to prevent us from spamming our database. We want to make sure that we are always coming from a place of contribution. We want to be adding value to our database's lives. And smart plans are a great way to do that, but we also don't want to inundate their inbox with 10 different emails on a single day, followed by 10 different text messages. So this is going to help us manage that. The first is creating tasks. It allows up to 7 tasks a day per smart plan, and delays must be added between to include more. So task is going to be an activity that you're responsible for on your end. So whether it's going through and adding in their address or setting them up for a FMLS email blast or whatever, this task is going to allow you only up to 7 a day. And the reason is we don't want you to have, let's say if you have 7 tasks per day for one smart plan and you have 7 people in that smart plan, that's 49 things for you to do in a single day. that can be overwhelming. So we do want to limit the number of tasks that you can create per day. The next is send text messages. Requires at least 1 day delay between scheduled text messages. And the same as for email, requires at least 1 day between scheduled emails. So this is so that way, again, we are not spamming our database. We are only providing value and content that they are interested in. So we want to make sure that we, can't send a text or email more than once a day. Set a delay, cannot be less than 1 day in duration, requires at least one action between delays. Delays cannot be back to back. And smart plan duration cannot exceed 90 days. So for a smart plan that we create on our own, it can only last up to 90 days. Now, a workaround of that is that, as I previously mentioned, you can make the last step of your smart plan to be added automatically to another smart plan. So you could create a Q1 2021 smart plan, a Q2, a Q3, a Q4 that are each 90 days long, and that automatically link to that next month or that next smart plan, and that would be a whole year worth of smart plans. Delays must be added between steps. Cannot add more than one version of a canned smart plan, so you can only have one KW birthday smart plan or KW home anniversary. Due in. So for any of the tasks that you set for yourself, whether it's adding their address or signing them up for the monthly neighborhood nurture, whatever, you must complete that task within 14 days. And again, the reason is if you have a lot of contacts in this database, and then each one of them has a lot of steps, and you give yourself more than 2 weeks, you're probably not going to do it. Probably after a couple of days, you're going to forget and just kind of move on with your life and your business. Restart flow, available for smart plans of at least 14 days or more in length, and must be added as the last action to the flow. So if you want this smart plan to go through multiple times, let's say you have multiple text messages set up and multiple email addresses, that's how you can have it go through and send individual updated messages every single time. And then most importantly, per smart plan, touches cannot exceed 7 touches within 7 days, 12 touches within 30 days, and 15 total touches in 90 days. So it's just kind of helps manage that way. We, again, are not spamming our database. We want to make sure that we are providing value. So now that we've kind of walked through the rules, let's quickly go through and add a couple steps. So let's start with sending an email. So I'm going to click the Add Email button. It's going to add this widget over here on the left-hand side. My reply to email is going to be based on the information that I set up in the Settings tab. Then I'm going to have my subject here, and I'm going to say, thinking about buying or selling new home. Oh my goodness, if I could type, sorry. And then down here, we have our email. It's going to default to email type as simple, and simple is going to be just text-based. The benefit of a simple text or email is going to be that it is less likely to get flagged as spam from any of the email providers. We do have the ability to use designs to create an HTML email. That being said, oftentimes HTML emails get put into spam or promotions because those are going to be most similar to ones that you get from stores that you shopped at or any type of marketing email. So I'm going to keep this as pretty simple. I'm going to say hi. Then I'm going to add that merge field. So right here where you see the F with the 2 lines on either side of it, this is the merge field. So I'm going to select, let's do contact first name, it, and then let's do comma, it. Why is this not typing? It is, and I'm going to use merge field again. Let's do agent first name, agent last name with KW. All right, why are we not typing here? KW First Atlanta. Are you still thinking about buying? Buying a new home. Thank you. Now, one thing I would recommend doing here is that kind of create a little bit of a signature because this is going to be just a basic text message. So it's not going to have your email signature like it would in Gmail. So I'm just going to create one here. Nicholas Core, Realtor, KW First Atlanta, Nicholas KUHR at KW.com, 404, 23. Perfect. Now, if I wanted to, I could go through and I could edit. I can, bold, italicize, underline. I could add bullet points. I could change the text alignment or text font, color, alignment, and I can add in a link. So once I've set up my email, I'm going to come over here to set delay because we do have to have at least a 1-day delay between every email and or text message. So I'm going to click set delay. And I'm going to make this 2 days. I'm going to click save. Now let's send a text message. I can say, hi. Then we'll do merge field. Why is that type it in here? It is Nicholas Core, KWFA. So that could be my text message, something that's really, really easy. Keep scrolling. We'll do a set delay. Let's do 2 days. And then we can set up make a call. Then what I can do here is I can give myself 2 days to make a phone call. And then in the task name, I can say call, and I can actually use the merge fields in the call name. So I can create first name, or contact last name, and then phone number. And the benefit here is that when I log into command and it goes ahead and it shows me my activities of what's due today, it'll already say call, Barbara Charles, and then here's her phone number. Super simple. I can set a delay, and then I can go through and I can add another phone call, text message, email. But what I want to do is I want to add to SmartPlan. So let's say I go through this SmartPlan and I still haven't heard from them. I can go ahead and set them up to start automatically receiving the SmartPlan for my monthly neighborhood nurture. So that way they'll start getting this information once a month. And it's that simple to go through. You just literally select the type of action that you want and go through, update the content, leverage the merge fields if you like. It's going to help personalize that message to your database. So they feel like, oh, wow, Nick's writing me a text message like by himself. So what questions do you have on SmartPlans? Anything I can cover for you again? Anything I can clarify for you this morning?
Well, clearly the first one is Trulio, right? How does the fee work? Do they charge you monthly? Do they charge you per text?
So they charge you monthly, but you get a plan. And so it's like for like $3.90, you get 300 credits per month. And each credit is worth 1 SMS text message or 3 MMS messages. And then depending on the number of text messages that you send out per month, they'll then roll over any unused text messages to the next month and then charge you $3.90 again.
It's only $3.90?
That's for like the basic super small package, and it goes up. You could probably spend $50 a month if you wanted to on text messages. They have large plans.
All right, but then we don't get charged for the actual, if we use the Keller Williams plans like the open house, like the one that's already did.
Correct. You do not have to pay for those.
Okay, just feeling that we have to pay for.
Yep, that is correct.
Okay. All righty. Yeah, that was my question.
Awesome.
Question. I always ask question. If I go into oh gosh, was YouTube, I'll be able to find some of your recorded about campaign design. Will I?
Yep. Yes. Yep. All the classes are in the KW First Atlanta official YouTube channel.
Yeah, because I need to go back into the campaign into design, because I need to set that up. So I need to go back and learn again.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Nick. As you can see, I roll out of bed.
Yeah. And then as
Thanks,
you
Nick.
thanks, Shimon. As you guys are setting up smart plans, please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. Always happy to help.
Well, I do. Have a great one, Nick.
Bye, you too.
Bye.